Alright, so since all the hypercharges have been out, I decided to buy Mr. P's hypercharge, and honestly, in my opinion, I thought this is the best hypercharge that they came out with, and this was also a perfect purchase because I had Mr. P at power 11 already, so now Mr. P is complete on power 11, and as you can see, I already had Mr. P at 1,000 trophies before, and now I have him at 1,170 trophies, and I honestly think this hypercharge just makes it a lot easier, and also I just recently uploaded a video of my top 5 in season 35, and Mr. P was on that list, and now since he has his hypercharge, he would be a lot higher, so definitely go check out that video. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into Mr. P's build. So since the gadgets have a cooldown time, you can use either or gadget. You can use porter reinforcements or service bell, and then for the star power we're going to use revolving door. So Mr. P's porter has 20% more health and does 30% more damage, so honestly, in my opinion, I think that this star power is a must. And for the first gear we're going to use shield, and for the second gear we're going to use pet power, and I honestly think that this gear is a must. And obviously with this whole build we're going to have his hypercharge. Alright, so that's going to complete Mr. P's build, and the game modes that we're going to play on today is bounty and wipeout, and I honestly think that those two are the best game modes for Mr. P. So if you want to push Mr. P to over 1,000 trophies and you want to know how to use this hypercharge, let's go ahead and get into these clips. Alright, so for the first match we're going to be playing against Mandy, Brian, and B, and also the game mode we're playing on is wipeout, and the gadget that I'm going to be using as well is service bell. And the one thing I would like to note is that it kind of takes a while for Mr. P to get his hypercharge, so you gotta hit a lot of your shots, but as soon as you get your porter you're gonna have to put it down right away. As you see, I did get it already, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it down right away, and as you see, my porter goes up and I use my gadget, so now my porter even becomes more tanky, and it really helps with pushing the enemy team back. So now I'm able to control the right side of the map now, and as I'm coming up from the right side I go ahead and kill B, and now I'm still applying pressure to Brian because I know he's gonna try to go behind the walls, and you know that Mr. P can shoot behind them, but I wasn't able to kill him because he was healing himself, so I just waited for a porter to spawn, and again I used my gadget so it helped me to push, but I almost died from that. So one thing to note is to always keep your distance even if you have that extra health. And so now as I'm pushing to my left, I'm able to spam my shot and I hit most of them, and I got my hypercharge from that. And finally you're gonna see how OP these porters are, and even though I almost died, you're gonna see how far I'm able to push them back from my porters. And as you see, I use my gadget right here and it takes Brian 3 shots and the porter is still going, so you can start to see how good this hypercharge is. It allows me to keep putting pressure and I can just be totally by myself. And then right here I pick off a kill off of Mandy and my porters are helping me out, and then right here they're gonna go ahead and start rushing me, but my porters are still backing me up, and as you can see, I'm able to get the last kill from that. And let's get on to the next match. Alright, so in this match we're gonna be playing against Squeak, Gus, and Mr. P, and so for this match we're gonna be playing on bounty, and also we're gonna be using the porter reinforcements gadget this round, just so you can see how both of these gadgets work. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the gadget right now, and Gus is gonna waste a shot on that, and that's gonna keep allowing me to hold my left lane. And a good tip to note, the best time to be hitting another brawler is when they're moving backwards, because you're gonna hit them with both of the shots. And this allowed me to get my super, and like I told you before, as soon as you get your super, put that down instantly. And so now as you can see, we're starting to get map control, so this is gonna be really good for later on in the game. And then right here, Gus is gonna go ahead and start applying pressure to the left side, and as you see, I'm gonna continue to keep my distance. I'm gonna go ahead and use my gadget as well. It just keeps pushing them back and allows me to maintain the map control. So then I go ahead and kill Gus and keep using the walls to my advantage so I can keep shooting over it. And hopefully you guys are able to see how long it takes to get Mr. P's hypercharge, because now I finally got it, and that's already close to the end of the match, and I put it down and it was too close to the wall because Mr. P just comes and destroys it. So whenever you put your hypercharge porter down, just make sure you put it in a more secure spot. So other than that, we've been still doing good because we're still maintaining the map control, and we're obviously winning on the stars. So here's the last bit of effort from the enemy team because the game's almost over, but we have too many stars ahead of them and they're just gonna die like that. So basically that's gonna be the end of the game, and let's get on to the next one. Alright, so we're gonna be coming back on Wipeout, and we're gonna be playing against Gray, Mortis, and Mandy, and again we're gonna be using the porter reinforcements gadget, and that's gonna be really good because it's basically gonna help us find them if they're gonna be hiding in the grass, or even to apply pressure. So basically we do counter most of these brawlers if we just keep our distance. And right here Gray is moving too close, so we're gonna be able to triple team him. So I just end up shooting over the walls and I end up killing him, and I shoot my gadget up there so I can gain space and just to know if anybody's hiding in there. And then Gray's getting too close again, so I was able to get a couple shots off, and I got my super from that, and like I said, I put it down instantly. So now this is basically gonna help us feed our hypercharge. So now since we already have 4 kills, I'm just keeping my distance because there's really no reason for me to rush. And as I say that, Mortis is gonna be coming from the left side, so I tried to go behind the walls and try to get cover, and that helped me because I was able to kill him. And again, Gray does push forward again too much, so he uses his super and I was able to kill him. And since I was too focused on that, I walked a little bit too far forward and Mortis almost killed me, but I got my hypercharge from that, so basically it's game over. So now it's time to be super aggressive because there's only 2 more kills left and we win the game. So now all we're really doing is just rushing now, and we got the last kills that we need, so that's the end of that. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys really liked it, remember to like and subscribe. I will really appreciate it. And if you guys want me to try any other hypercharges, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one.